Good morning and welcome to week 11 of Environmental Science online here for the spring 2018 semester. It is Monday, March 19th, just before 10 a.m. And I want to get you caught up on a couple of things for the week here, things that you should be looking at, things that you should be finishing up, and a couple of things that you should be getting started on. One thing I wanted to comment on was it looked like most of us have gotten around to submitting the Chapter 8 and 9 synthesis. I think I've got about 14 original posts maybe, or 13 original posts, so at least half of us have managed to get your Chapter 8 and 9 synthesis submitted and submitted on time. And so, and I haven't had a chance to watch anybody's yet, I'll be honest with you, but in reading the comments that people left in here as they were posting, it sounds like some of us had a good time just finishing the assignment, and so I really appreciate everybody that got this turned in on time here. If you're not one of these folks who managed to get your synthesis turned in by the due date, which was last night at 11:30, that's okay. You still have some time to get that done. I'll probably attach a little late penalty. But I'd still like you to get something turned in. It's a 20-point assignment, and if you don't do the assignment, that'll hurt your overall grade tremendously. And so please take the time to complete this assignment. And if you're having trouble getting things loaded up or started, please contact me as soon as you can. Again, my thanks to those people who did manage to get things posted in a timely fashion. I really, really do appreciate the hard work. And I'll get you some feedback on those soon. So that's the Chapter 8 and 9 synthesis. Again, if you haven't turned this in yet, please go ahead and get that done as soon as you can. I'll start grading those and getting feedback to people soon. The next bit of material that I want to make sure people are up to speed on, I've been getting some emails about the... So what I did here, gang, was I clicked on... I'm going to log in as a student really quick just so that this looks... if I click on content and I come down here to the thing that I posted last week, PhET greenhouse effect, this should take you to the Word document that I put together that I'd like you to complete as you do the simulation. So as you go to the simulation here, I'm going to open this in a new tab. When I click on the simulation, it downloads a little Java file that I can then open up and play with the simulation. And so I think some people were having issues getting the simulation to run, and my advice would be make sure that your Java is updated. Java's free. Java's not going to fill your laptop with bugs or viruses, and so you don't have anything to worry about there. This is what the simulation then kind of environment looks like once you get things going. And again, there's a little Word document that goes along with this that you should be completing as you are finishing that. I had a question sometime last week about where do I submit this? So when you're done, once you've filled out this Word document to the best of your ability, then if you click up here under Dropbox Assignments, there's a place here for PhET greenhouse effect, and if you click on that, then it will take you to a place where you can add a file, and then you can upload that Word document right there. So that's how I'd like you to do the PhET simulation. Again, if you're having trouble making that work, make sure that your Java is updated, and I can possibly help you with that. So that's the second assignment that I'd like you to be completing this week if you haven't already done so. And then the third thing for this week, I guess there's kind of four things this week, isn't there? The third thing for this week is the quiz that I'd like you to take. And so the quiz is over material that you should have kind of been looking at last week. I never really formally said, look at this, and so I can understand if you're going, never saw that. Last week, week 10, you were supposed to be kind of looking at the food, soil, and pest management content in your textbook. That is out of Chapter 10 in your book. I did not have an environmental news or a critical thinking assignment for last week. So if you thought you missed something there, you're off the hook. There was no environmental news or critical thinking assignment for last week. There is a little PowerPoint slide presentation that the textbook puts together that goes along with the content in your text, so feel free to check that out. And then the other thing that I'd like you to look at then would be the quiz over the material from last week. There's another 5-point multiple choice quiz over the material from Chapter 10. I made that available this morning just before 9 a.m. and it'll be due this coming Sunday, March 25th at 11:30 p.m. So take some time to skim through Chapter 10 in your textbook. It deals with food production, kind of organic farming. I know we have a lot of people in the class here that are somehow tied to agriculture in one way, shape, or form, and so I'm guessing that this material will be relevant to you. And so please look through that before taking the quiz for this week that covers Chapter 10. And then the fourth thing. So I knew that I said 3 at the beginning, and then I caught myself. So this week, week 11, is looking at Chapter 11 in your textbook, which is water resources and water pollution. Again, like last week, there's not going to be an environmental news or an a critical thinking assignment for this week. But what I would like you to do for this week, this is a little different, is to visit this website here. It's called Canopy. Hopefully this opens in a new window. So NICC has purchased how should I say this? We purchased access, I guess, to a website called Canopy. It's a video streaming service, not unlike Netflix, but it really is more for educational videos, documentaries, that kind of stuff. And so this week I'd like you to click on this link here. I'll go back here that says NICC Canopy. If you click on that, it takes you to the Canopy website. You can continue, and then you're going to need to log in. And so if you click up here in the upper right-hand corner, you can click on Login. And if you click on Login with Google, it should log you in with your NICC password. If you don't like that, then you should be able to just use your NICC login and email. Oop, that didn't work. So if I click on Google, then that will take me there, and it uses my NICC kind of Google email. So you can log in using your NICC material. And then the video that I want you to watch on here is called Troubled Waters. And so if you come into the search bar and you type in Troubled Waters and you click search, it takes you to this search here, takes you to a list of movies, and the one that I'd like you to watch here is the top one, Troubled Waters, a Mississippi River Story. It's about, I think it's about 90 minutes long, between an hour and 90 minutes long. It talks about basically what we're doing here in the upper Midwest to impact the health of the Mississippi River here locally. And so what are some of the environmental impacts that are resulting from things like agriculture, and what kind of impacts is that having, are those having on the health of the largest river in the country. And so I'd like you to watch this film, and then as you're watching the film, I would like you to be filling out this Word document. And so I've put together a kind of a 15 or 20 question, are you watching the movie kind of thing. I guess it's 20 questions. And so what I would suggest that you do with this is download it and then open it up in Word. And then when you're watching the movie, you can fill in your answers here. Your answers are going to look a little better than mine. And then save that, and then you can submit that through, I'll have another Dropbox assignment space available for you to do that through Brightspace. And so, again, the idea here would be watch the movie, and then fill out this handout as you're watching the movie. The questions on the handout are in order as they appear in the movie. And so, you know, there's one every couple of minutes or so if you're paying attention. So you should be able to kind of click through the movie and answer those questions as you go. Okay, I think that's it for now. Again, if you haven't finished your synthesis, Chapter 8-9 synthesis, please finish that this week. I'd also like you to finish and complete the PhET greenhouse effect simulation that was that I assigned last week. Take the quiz over the Chapter 10 material, and watch the movie here, Troubled Waters, a Mississippi River Story, and complete the handout that goes along with it. Okay, I'm done for now. Please don't hesitate to reach out to me if you have questions about anything. I will be back in touch with you early next week with updates about the next round of assignments, and I should be able to get caught up here hopefully on some of the missing quiz scores and online discussion stuff that I'm a little behind on. So hope to get that done this week. All right, gang. Thanks a lot for your help. Thanks a lot for your hard work, and I look forward to reading what you have to say here online. Thanks. Take care.